Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Noble Sports Entertainment. Back to you with another exciting edition of NFL Football Talk, and we're going to talk about Detroit's very own head coach, Matt Patricia. All right, in this video right here, in an installment of this video, we're going to talk a little bit about Matt Patricia, and can Matt Patricia be the guy to turn Detroit around? Now, we know that Matt Patricia is definitely a winning coach. He's been in a winning environment. This is going to be a little different from him because this is a franchise that is not used to winning. You know, we've won games before. We've been in the playoffs a couple times, but we have not found a foundation as far as building a winning culture in Detroit. Detroit Lions have gone through so many coaches that it doesn't make any sense, but it's crazy. But at the same time, with the new Lions and the new breed of Lions and what we're trying to do now and what the Detroit Lions need to be working on is definitely getting better. Historically, this franchise has not been good. We have been let down year after year after year, and we have a lot of high expectation. And I've been a fan of the Lions for quite a long time, and I've always wanted to see the Lions win. And I was like, man, I don't know if I'll ever see the Lions win. As far as when I'm talking about winning is getting to the Super Bowl. That's what I mean. I'm not just talking about getting into the playoffs. I'm talking about I would love to see the Detroit Lions go to the Super Bowl. Matthew Stafford, if he can do that, man, I'm telling you, man, that would really look nice on his resume before he retires. I'm not saying that it's going to be this season because I don't know. I don't know what type of season the Lions are going to have. You know, my bold prediction for the Lions is I wanted to stay in the safe zone. And with the Lions, I think 10-6 is fair for them. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I know that the schedule is tough this year. But if the players buy into it from day one, from training camp, buy into what this coach is trying to do and follow his leadership, because he knows what it takes to win. He's been with New England for a long time, and he knows what it takes as a defensive coordinator. Now he is finally getting the opportunity to be a head coach. And we know as fans that Detroit has not gone anywhere. You know, we got to be real with ourselves. You know, I don't care about the statistics and things of that nature. Yes, we've had some of the best players come through here. Kelvin Johnson, i.e. Barry Sanders. You know, definitely the Lions' best two players that they've ever had. But at the same time, what will get them or propel them to the next level? And that's what a lot of people want to know. What is going to propel this team to the next level? Because the Lions have been known as the laughingstock or the doormats to the NFL, and it's time for it to change. I think that this year, if Matt Patricia can get these guys to buy into what he's selling, man, this team can be a great team, man. But at the same time, because of the depth, and I'm talking about because of the depth of the team, not so much as like looking at one guy or whatever, but the depth on the team is like crazy this year. So definitely, if he can get these guys to buy into what he's selling, man, the Detroit Lions can be a very good team. But I know historically, I want to see a change, man. You know, as a fan of the Detroit Lions, you want to see the Detroit Lions get better. And yes, they got a tough schedule, but any given Sunday, any team can lose. And I don't care if it's New England Patriots or whoever. Any team can lose on a Sunday if they don't perform well that day. So definitely, man, the Lions need to get the best out of Matt Patricia as their head coach. I think that he'll do a good job. I think that the intensity and the fundamentals, what these guys definitely need, and being disciplined, not trying to get so many penalties and things of that nature, because it's going to happen. You're going to get penalties. It's not every game, but I'm just saying, you know, but if he can right the wrongs that this franchise and the direction this franchise was in and change it in his first year, man, that would be a great accomplishment, man, for Matt Patricia. And that's what I'm hoping from him, that he'll be able to change this franchise into a winner, with him and Bob Quinn having the right ideology and the right idea of getting the right concept of how to run this Detroit Lions team. as a fan of the Detroit Lions, you want to see a winning culture built. That's something that this franchise historically has not had. I guess the winningest coach that we've had has been Jim Caldwell. Wayne Fonts definitely got into the playoffs a couple times when he was head coach back in the days. But definitely, man, the Matt Patricia era has to be different. And I don't know how, I'm just saying with my bold prediction saying, yeah, about 10 games. But it's going to truly be vital for the Detroit Lions to really buy into what Matt Patricia's system is all about. From the fundamentals of being able to be intense. The practices are being intense. The training camp is intense. And you want that because you want to get the best out of these players because they never won. They never won anything. The Lions have not won a Super Bowl. The Lions have not grabbed the title, the Division North, since it changed over from the NFC Central to the Division North. So you want to see these guys be able to win and build that camaraderie with one another, having a rapport with the coach. That's definitely something that you want to see from the Detroit Lions this season. I want to see these guys win, man. I've been wanting to see it for a very, very long time. So the expectation for this team is through the roof. It's through the roof. We want to see these guys play at a high level. We want to see these guys be able to be successful. And it starts from day one, from training camp. And I'm glad that these guys are having an intense training camp because that's what the Detroit Lions need. It's been told that, he's been doing things like the old school way. And sometimes you need to go to the old school way of doing things with these new players. And it's on the Lions, man, to really buy into what Matt Patricia is trying to do with this team and what Bob Quinn is trying to do with this team. Ultimately, the goal is to be a winner. All of us would love to see the Detroit Lions go far, because it's a franchise that's never gone far before. And I think that he can do it, man. But it's going to start with these guys buying into it and playing as a team and gelling as a team. That defense playing as a unit. The offense playing as a unit. Having no selfishness out on the field. And just being able to go out there and perform and do your job. So, the expectation for this team is definitely to win. And we'll see what be together for these guys to be able to win this season. So that's what we want, man. We want to see the Lions improve. We want to see the Lions make the postseason. We want to see the Lions eventually make it to the Super Bowl, man. But it all starts from day one. From the OTAs to the training camp and to preseason. And I know that they're getting ready for the Raiders pretty soon. And it doesn't mean nothing because it's a meaningless game. But it's just to get reps out there on the field and see how guys look, especially guys that are trying to make the team. But definitely, man, this is a new era in Detroit. And I hope that the Lions truly buy into what Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia are bringing from New England to help this organization get into the right direction. All right, you guys, this has been Noble Sports Entertainment. And as always, you know it. You know what we talk. We talk sports. Period.